Hi, I'm Jordan Long, and today I'm going to talk about, you know, something that it gets brought up a lot. Probably more than it should be brought up. All right, so one more time I'm going to talk about this, and then I'm going to be done with it. Why no YouTube? Not a YouTube mate. First off, being a YouTube mate implies that you got mateship with YouTube, and that you get some income or trade worth or gal from YouTube through the business wises that buy business time on YouTube. Now, it might the buyout or the dealing might, what I'm trying to say is that unlike business wises might make unlike income or trade worth. So how much you get has to do a lot of things. Now, I'm not going to say I know all the ins and outs of it. I don't. I never was a mate, never will be. But so many folks back in the day used to always bring this up. They used to always ask you, like it was a big thing. Oh, well, I see you should be a YouTube business mate. You would make a lot of income or trade worth on it. First off, I don't really think I would. First off, don't have the watch time. My watch time is never going to be whatever YouTube says it needs to be. Two, I don't have a lot of followers. So we all know that is going to also do it too. And two, even though I might be, I'm in good standing with followership oversight, ownership law, YouTube's oversight of business, it doesn't mean I'm going to be in good standing with business-wise. Alright? There's so many things that one has to think before even one does it. Now, the one thing you always hear about is, you get looked at more. Which is true from what a lot of YouTube business mates say. And, yeah. And apparently, they always will say things like, oh, well, you should be a YouTube business mate. Oh, you make income and trade worth from it. Might be true, but you're not going to make that much from it. And from the new oversight now, how much you make might go back a bit. And I'm not really into that. Didn't want to be on YouTube to do that at all. And some of them will bring up all the little, gifts you get with it. But look, I get a lot of gifts and I'm just a non-mate. I have Google Hangout, YouTube live stream. I can make films longer than 15 minutes. And I didn't have to be a mate to get any of that stuff. So no. And as far as, being good standing goes, well, YouTube always shifts the oversight on mateship. So you might have enough watch time, you might have a lot of followers 1 month, and then the next month they make a new oversight, and boom, you either are out of your mateship, or boom, whatever. Yeah, well, it all has its downside, but I think you'd like it. Someone like you make really good films, and I'm sure you'd get in. Well, I don't want to go for all that. Going through that whole thing, and either being told no, and then holding and being told no, or being told yes, and then have to deal with all that shit, no. And also have to deal with Google AdSense and its oversight, and hoping you're in good standing with YouTube and Google AdSense when it comes to things. No, I don't want to go for all that. No, I do not. And then another hang up that these folks don't tell you about which it may or may not be a hang up for someone, is that this is tollable income, tollable trade worth or GALD, that YouTube or Google or Alphabet, all three of them, are taking out for toll. So even if it's so, this is still toll, and it's still being taken out. So you're still, if you haven't gotten a reckoning with any toll taking offshoot of any leadership, you will be on it. And which, say you're on SSI or something like me, you know that this income isn't going to be the same. It's going to stay the same. It's going to keep the same each month. No, it's going to go up and it's going to go down, and it might fuck your SSI up or whatever other kind of income or trader for GALD, whatever kind of Team Stronghold Guild or whatever you happen to be on. So no, I don't want to go through and get another tax reckoning, another toll reckoning on myself. No, I don't want to fuck up my SSI or whatever I happen to be on with what's going to be coming from Google or YouTube or whatever. You know, I don't want to be in all that. So no, it might be good for some, but it's not for everyone, and I want to be in it. So anyway, it is what it is. I don't want to be in that. That was never my thing. But back in the day, folks used to bring that up to me. They would look and they would see how it was working out for someone, how everyone had all their shit together, and they looked at folks that had a lot of watch time and a lot of watchers or lookers, and they had all their shit together, and they thought, hey, that should work for everyone. Well, it does not. And it's not like how it used to be, where everybody used to seat to get everybody on it. It's not like back in the day where YouTube themselves used to say, hey, you want to think about being a YouTube businessman? Yeah, they don't really do that much anymore. Either you go through and shift on mate and go through all the things one has to do to get on it, and either it's a hit and miss, you know. And then another thing is, I don't want to be looked at any more by them than I am. You know, most folks only get looked at them as someone tells them, oh, they're not following followership oversight, oh, they're not following ownership law or something, or they're not following the YouTube oversight of business. But then you get looked at if you're a YouTube business mate. You know, yeah, I know you're going to say something good about it, but at the end of the day, I do not want to have to deal with it. I don't want someone at YouTube looking at me saying, oh, I sure hope you're following followership oversight and ownership law and YouTube's oversight of business. I sure hope you're business-wise friendly. And then they make a mistake. But then now you get a warning and then 3 strikes. But still, I don't want to get anything that's going to take my good standing away by mistake. So no. Thank you for bringing it up, but no thank you. It used to be a big thing, Jordan says. I used to get that all the time. I used to get followers of mine and stuff telling me about YouTube, the YouTube mateship, and about how I could get in, and my films were good, and they couldn't see why someone like me wasn't a YouTube business mate. But I'm here to tell you, that's not for me. It's never going to be for me, and it is what it is. I'm Jordan Long, and I'll see you later.